Collisions between birds and the aircraft are known to cause substantial losses to the aviation industry in terms of damage and delays every year. In the most severe instances, bird strikes can cause loss of aircraft and life. The estimated annual cost of bird strikes in the US is $205 million and globally at $1.2 billion. A bird strike is strictly defined as a collision between a bird and an aircraft, which is in flight, or on a takeoff, or on a landing roll. The term is often expanded to cover other wildlife strikes with bats or ground animals. Bird strikes are common and can be a significant threat to aircraft safety. Significant damage may be caused to the aircraft structure and engines. Jet engines are vulnerable to lose thrust due to ingestion of birds into engine air intakes. This may even result in loss of aircraft. Bird strikes may occur during any phase of flight, but are most likely during the takeoff, initial climb, approach and landing phases, due to greater number of birds in flight at lower levels. Since most birds fly mainly during the day, most bird strikes also occur in daylight hours as well. The first recorded incident of aircraft bird strike collision happened to the pilot Carl Rogers in 1912 on his journey from coast to coast in the United States. As a result of this collision with a seagull, his aircraft crashed in the state of California, and he died in the accident. On October 4, 1960, Eastern Airlines Flight 375, a Lockheed L-188 Electra aircraft, collided with a flock of starling birds on takeoff at Logan Airport in Boston. The aircraft crashed, killing 62 of the 72 occupants, whereas 10 were seriously injured. On January 15, 2009, a U.S. Airways Airbus A320-200, after takeoff from LaGuardia Airport, encountered strike by a flock of Canada geese, causing complete loss of thrust on both engines. The aircraft was successfully ditched in the Hudson River, and miraculously all 150 occupants survived the accident. On December 29, 2024, Boeing 737 of Jeju Air had a bird strike during landing and made a go-around. During following landing, crew made belly landing due to gear malfunction. Aircraft overran the runway and collided with a concrete structure, killing all 185 occupants. The Federal Aviation Administration reported over 33,000 bird strikes to civil aircraft between 1990 and 2000. Different parts of the world have different levels of exposure to the risk of bird strike. The UK registered aircraft of more than 12,500 pounds have a bird strike once every 1,000 flights. Analysis by Airbus shows the locations and percentages of impacts. Aircraft nose and engines get the maximum strikes. It is based on the data collected from reports raised by pilot and maintenance. Almost 15 to 20% of bird strikes cause damage to the aircraft. The majority of bird strikes occur at low altitudes, below 500 feet above ground level. Although bird encounters at high altitude are very rare, however, the highest ever recorded bird strike occurred over the West African coast, when a jet collided with a bearded vulture at 37,000 feet. The presence of birds at an airport should lead to possible actions being mentioned in takeoff and approach briefings. Passive measures be used to reduce bird population at airport by removing sources of food and shelter. Also, use active measures for bird scaring or eradication. In the early 1950s, birds became a hazard for aviation due to the development of jet engines. Airports started looking for bird scaring methods, such as audio and visual devices, or the use of natural predators, such as falcons, without obtaining any noteworthy success. The risk of a bird strike increases with proximity to ground. The risk of damage to engine after a bird strike increases with engine thrust. The presence of birds at an airport should be mentioned in briefings. A large flock of birds, even of smaller birds, can damage all the engines of an aircraft. This can cause great loss of power during takeoff run. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more safety videos.